Hello, disciples. It's good to be back with you. I've been away from the video screen for a couple of weeks. I'm grateful to report that I had successful cataract surgery and my eyesight is better than it's ever been. Thanks be to God for the technology and for access to healthcare, to which so many, unfortunately, in the U.S. don't have access to. Over these past couple of weeks, if you've been watching the news, we've had an onslaught of various forms of natural disasters, from derecho storms that tore through the Midwest, Iowa in particular, as well as wildfires across the West Coast that are devastating communities, and people are being forced to evacuate, and whole communities literally being burned to the ground. We've seen hurricanes Laura and Sally in recent weeks along the Gulf Coast in Texas, devastating in Louisiana, and now Sally, bringing heavy flooding to parts of Alabama and Florida. In each of these affected areas, your regional ministers have been in touch and supporting local congregations and families who have been impacted, and they've been supported ably by Week of Compassion. So don't forget that when Week of Compassion is there, the whole church is there. Let's continue to lift up those who are facing the impacts of these environmental devastations. Remember green chalice in your thoughts and in your gifts. Climate change is real, and climate change is also an important justice issue, not only for stewardship of our earth, but because ecological devastation impacts our most marginalized communities. As we think about our call to be a pro-reconciling, anti-racism church, the reconciliation offering is coming up and will be taken in your congregations on Sunday, September 27th, and then that first Sunday in October. Since the death of George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd in May, Reconciliation Ministry and the Office of General Minister and President have put together a series of town halls, which will continue through early October, every other Thursday night. This coming Thursday, the National Convocation has a panel to discuss Black Lives Matter. We've had a panel from Obrespana, from NAPAD. We'll have a panel following with Alliance Q, and then a multiracial, multi-ethnic panel to talk about what this means for our church. One of the most important ways you can put your love in action is to give to the reconciliation offering, so that we can not only do training, but that we can be doing innovative work together as communities of faith to ensure that the sin of racism is dismantled and eradicated from our society. I hope that you will give generously to the reconciliation offering as your way of standing up, showing up, and speaking up. God loves you, and so do I.